Hi, and welcome to The Buzz, the only show of its kind that spotlights the entertainment scene in Southern Maryland. And we are proudly brought to you by our sponsor, Birch Propane. I am your host, James Lepore, and with me today is the director and two cast members from Twin Beach Players' production of Neil Simer's Rumors. So welcome. So happy to have you here today.
Thank you, James.
Starting from the end, we have Sid Curl, the director, Amy Prieto, who plays Chris.
Chris Gorman.
I love that name, Prieto. That is so cool. It's like, I don't often have time to relax, but when I do, I enjoy a nice cup of Prieto.
I'm glad
Keep
you
watching
enjoy
The
it.
Buzz, my friends. And also from Newtown Players and on the PR board with me, too, Rick Thompson. So thank you so much for being here. Now, Sid, you are also the president, too, of
Yes.
Twin Beach Players.
I've been the president for 3 years now of Twin Beach Players. And we're growing. Things are really happening for us. It's a growing theater organization. The community is getting more involved with us. We have over 500 on our mailing list, over 100 members. So
Wow.
we're really starting to get out there.
You're a 501c3.
Right, yep, nonprofit organization.
Gotcha. Yeah, you know, I notice as I come to your shows, too, I mean, I see them the audience is starting to grow.
Yes.
Grow.
Yeah, we think it's because we're located at the Boys and Girls Club in North Beach. And,
What, it's because you've had appearances on The Buzz? Is that what you said?
Well, The Buzz was a big inspiration for Frankenstein, but here we are back again for Rumors.
Oh, I loved it. Frankenstein was terrific. But and also we should say that you're not only the president of the board and the director of this, you're also an actor as well. So.
Yeah. I've been an actor for 45 years. I made my living in dinner theater, went through the whole dinner theater circuit. So, counting that and the shows I've done technically, I'm over 500 shows right now. So. I don't know if anybody really is interested in that.
I feel inadequate now.
I feel insane.
How did you guys come to do Neil Simon's Rumors? I know we have at Newtown we have a play selection committee. Do you have the same thing?
Well, no, I'm more or less the artistic director too. I have about 6 sleeves in my shirt. We always have found that Neil Simon at the beginning of our season, the audience loves Neil Simon, so it's a known name to them. So we always try to present a Neil Simon.
Oh, so this is the first show of the new season.
Well, really, Christmas Carol starts our season. This is the adult season. So
Okay.
we go from children to adult, our youth troupe. So this is we're kicking it off with Rumors. We've done the Female Odd Couple. We've done the Odd Couple. So those are the Fools. We just try to keep on that vein because that's what our audiences seem to like.
I don't have to do the Odd Couple because I just normally live the life of Felix to begin with. Amy Prieto.
Yes.
Tell me about you. Have you been acting for a long time? Is this?
Yeah,
I'm sure this is certainly not your first role.
It's
is it?
not. I've done a fair share of community theater. I actually just moved recently from California.
Really?
And did several productions in Newhall at the Canyon Theater Guild. And
Well, shout out to the Canyon
that's
Theater
right.
Guild for all the people in California that watch The Buzz on Facebook.
well, they will. So
Good. I like to hear that.
Yep, I've done a range. I actually did Lost in Yonkers a very long time ago, so there is a little Neil Simon there. I played Bella, and then more recently, Dracula. I played Lucy, did some Christmas shows.
I thought you looked familiar. We have met before.
Have we?
That's right.
Are you
That was
Dracula?
me in front row center sitting there like, I love this show.
He is a Dracula fan. I can attest to
I
that.
am a huge Dracula fan.
That's
So
great.
what brought you to the area? Let me guess. Military move.
Government.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
It's
and-
usually one of the two when somebody says, I moved here from California.
Yeah.
It's usually military
Yeah,
or government.
That's right.
So,
And just a couple months later, I auditioned, and here we are.
so you found a theater right away?
Yeah. I live close
Yes.
by and went in, and
Oh,
luckily
sure.
he passed me.
Don't come down here to our theater. No, go to Sid's theater.
a bit
Thanks
farther.
a lot. All right. Can we share her? How's that?
We can negotiate.
Okay, good.
Pay mileage.
And Rick, you're kind of a guy that does it all too. I mean, actor, director. You're on the PR committee of Newtown Players. How many shows have you worked on now?
Nowhere near as many as Sid. I'm a little over 30. Mainly tech, directing, sound design, some lighting, a little bit of set design. I'm mainly a backstage person. Occasionally, I'll act in a show.
Yeah, how does it feel to be on stage this time?
Well, it's kind of unique because I just have to worry about me. I don't have to worry about, and making sure I'm not messing up any of the other actors. I don't have to worry about, is the set going to get built? I don't have to worry about, is the lights going to be there? Is the sound going to be there? Don't have to worry about any of that. So it's unique.
How you doing with the New York accent? See, when I flew,
I grew up in New York.
Did you really?
Yeah, I lived in Uptown Manhattan up until the age of 16.
Very cool. I played your role at Newtown 2 years ago, and the first thing they said was, "Oh, I don't have to teach James Lepore the New York accent. He's already got that." So I was actually teaching everybody else how to do that. Sid, what were the? This is very much an ensemble piece. In just 1 second, we're going to talk about the plot. So, what were the auditions like? Were they heavily based on how everybody was going to interact with each other, being that you've got a whole
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to see that. I wanted to see how the couples looked together before I cast them. So that was one of my goals to get it out, was to see how people looked together and if they were believable. And I think I've pretty much gotten that in my casting.
And do a little mixing and matching and switching up the couples.
Very much so.
Yep.
Now, I know there's a police officer that comes out at the end. I noticed from your very cool promo video, which we'll also talk about. You have a female police officer.
Yes.
Comes out, right?
Officer Welch. Yes, Tishka.
Is she scary?
Tishka.
I mean, in the role, not in real life.
Yes.
In real life and the role, there's a balance. But she's also from New York, so her New York accent as the cop is very strong.
But she was in Dracula too, wasn't she?
Yes, she played the grandmama.
See, no, I'm not a Dracula groupie.
No, she was in Frankenstein. She was in Frankenstein.
Okay, that's right. Okay,
She
got
played
it.
the grandmama in Frankenstein.
You know what? For anybody who is not familiar with Neil Simon Rumors, I'm just going to give a brief synopsis, and then we'll take it from there. And yes, I take this directly from Wikipedia. Rumors is a farcical play by Neil Simon. Several affluent couples gather in the posh suburban residence of a couple for a dinner party celebrating their host's 10th anniversary. However, they discover there are no servants, the hostess is missing, and the host, who is the deputy mayor of New York City, has shot himself through the earlobe. Comedic complications arise when, given everyone's upper-class status, that's why they chose you, Rick, because you're very regal. They decide they need to do everything possible to conceal the evening's events from the local police and the media. Well, that's a pretty good...
That's pretty good. Also, the couples are concealing it from each other, and it's slowly, the rumors come out as to what is going on. Thus the title of
Rumors.
the
There
play.
you go. As in, that's where it comes. I'm going to flash the flyer. Might as well. Not for nothing, your logo is in red and black. It's not a coincidence that I wore red and black today. Because I usually try to coordinate my clothes to the show's logo.
Well, you've done an
true.
excellent
Well done.
job, James.
That's the OCD kicking in. Did I not wear a green shirt when you were on for Frankenstein?
That is true, you did.
I certainly did. How long have you all been rehearsing, Rick?
To be honest, I don't remember because when that happened, I was still working online in winter doing sound. So I've had two shows going at the same time.
Right, in two very, very different locations.
Yeah, well, I
far
live in
apart.
between them, so it
Oh,
works
okay.
out.
Do I go north? Do I go south? Do I go
Basically,
north?
yeah. But I knew that Lion was going to be ending, and I didn't have anything until Death Trap, and there was a hole, and I wanted to get involved in Twin Beaches, so I said, why not?
Well, let me ask somebody who actually remembers. Amy, how long is it that you've been rehearsing for
6
this?
weeks. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Amy, how are the costumes? I assume from knowing the show, the men are in tuxedos, yes?
Yes.
But you ladies, are you having fun with what you
we'll
get to
have
wear?
some
or-
evening wear. We haven't actually been in it yet, but this week is going to be a good
Yeah,
try.
I mean, this
We
is
got it.
tech
You know what
week.
you're
Yeah,
wearing.
yeah, we know what we're wearing.
And you know me, I would never spoil any plot point at all. But let's just say, should we look forward to seeing Cookie in her dress?
You should look forward to seeing Cookie in her 60-year-old Russian dress.
Okay, you need to come to the show in order to understand what that means. That's as if the show's not good enough. That's your teaser to find out too. This show, who would you say this appeals to? Is this like an all family, or is it like
Well, we
40 and over? Or?
Realizing the language that was written, we've had to change it.
Oh my, is there bad language?
There's some bad words. So we've learned with our audience that some things are just not acceptable to them. So we cleaned it up, and we're saying 10 years and older would probably have a really good time with this because of a lot of slapstick comedy.
Okay, 9, stay at home, but 10, you're fine.
Yeah.
You know, and this show is, you can compare it to those Kaufman and Hart screwball comedies. It's Simon's version of that, really.
Yeah, it's his first farce.
All it wants to do is make you laugh.
Actually, I read an interview last night with Neil Simon, and that's basically what he said. He was just at a point in his career where he said, I just want to write something like just crazy screwball comedy kind of stuff, and that's absolutely what it is. And I know Sid's directing, so I have no doubt that this is going to be
Crazy screwball comedy?
A crazy screwball comedy.
Well, they cast a bunch of screwballs, so what do you expect?
Well, there you go. Very clever casting. Okay, now we talked about Twin Beach Players. Now, again, this is held, as the past several shows have been, at the North Beach Boys and Girls Club.
Yes.
Okay, and that's because you guys, so far, don't have a permanent home, true?
Right. We don't have a permanent home. We formed this partnership with the Boys and Girls Club of North Beach and Southern Maryland. And they've been very kind and gracious to allow us in there and to have all these crazy actors running around. And then when we do children's shows, we had 70 kids in A Christmas Carol. So it works out really nice because when you join Twin Beach Players, and as a child, you get also a membership into the Boys and Girls Club. So that's how we are partnering together. Just like with the town of North Beach on the 27th of April, and I have to mention this, is called Plant the Town. And that will support not only Twin Beach Players, but the Boys and Girls Club, the Comcast. You come in to the town, you get one flower, you plant it, and the Boys and Girls Club gets $25. And that's on April 27th.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, they raised over $7,000 last year for their organization.
Right.
So if you want to come help us out, that's how you can do it.
No, I'm too busy. Okay, I'm kidding. I just like to make Sid laugh. Of course, I'll be a part of anything Twin Beach Players does. I'm a big fan. Now, considering that you don't have the permanent home, and let me tell you that the Boys and Girls Club is really a nice venue.
Oh, it's very nice.
I mean, the way you lay it out with the seating and everything is very comfortable. So don't think for a minute like, oh, I'm going to the Boys and Girls Club. No, you're going to a theater.
Yeah,
and you're going to see
theater.
a darn good show. See, I can clean up my language too.
There you go. There you go.
It's a darn good show. But I was thinking about the fact that it's not a permanent stage, and you guys have to build a set. So I mean, you pretty much have to wait till.
Yes.
Kind of late in the rehearsal, right? What kind of problems?
We start building.
No, I was talking to Amy. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
We start building the week before Tech Week, and we get preliminary things built. Then we move into the area and finish building the set, which is what we're in the process now. Lighting will come in tonight. Sound will come in tonight. So by Wednesday, hopefully everything will be to a point where we're ready to go, and then it's dress rehearsal Wednesday night and Thursday night, and we'll see what happens.
That's amazing, though. I mean, have you ever had any little snafus or anything? I mean, when you take it really down to the wire like that. I mean, you guys open Friday night. So.
Snafus? You bet we have snafus.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes they're just as entertaining as the production going on. So
maybe you should sell tickets to the snafu night.
No, that's where we do use the language. You don't want to come to that.
Okay. Now let's say that. You are running, let's see, the dates run from...
The 5th of April to the 21st of April.
Okay,
we
that's
run
Fridays,
for 3
Saturdays,
weekends.
and Sundays.
Right. We have a special show on the 11th of April. That's what we call our senior night, where tickets are only $6. We run $12 general admission, and military students, seniors, and members are $10. So we're located at 9021 Dayton Avenue, North Beach, 20714, so you can
He's got this down.
Google it right in. Yeah, well, it's my job. I'm the president.
Well, that is true. Well, you know what? Then let's tell everybody, how do they get tickets?
You get tickets, you go on to www.twinbeachplayers.com. You'll find a link on there that you can get to show ticks and reserve tickets. We strongly recommend that you reserve your tickets ahead of time. That way it gets you better seats in the house. That's the best way. Or you can go on Facebook. We're located on Facebook also.
Which I see is facebook.com/Twin Beach Players.
Yes.
With no spaces.
Yes.
Okay, very cool. Well, absolutely do not miss this show. Amy, welcome to
Thank you.
Maryland. And let me
Thanks.
tell you, California's loss is Maryland's community theaters gain.
Yes, it is.
Well, I
I
appreciate
definitely
that. Thank
feel
you.
that way.
And Rick, we're just here.
Yeah.
We're not leaving. We're not going anyplace. You can always count on me and Rick to
Been
be
here for
here.
30-some years, so we're...
Now, I've only been here for, well, not quite 7. It just seems like.
But we love you anyway.
Well, thank you. I'm trying to acclimate. I want to say, before we leave, you guys have a very, very cool teaser promo video. And
Yes.
I would have loved to have been able to capture it and have it as part of the show, but technically I just couldn't get it done. So
Because it's too high tech.
I guess that's what it is. How do people find this? Because they really need to see this.
Well, you
It's
can
cool.
go onto YouTube and look up Twin Beach Players on YouTube, and you'll see the video that's created by Vivian Peterson, who is just a very
I know that
creative artist. She's very
She's been
creative.
in some of your productions
Yes,
too,
she
hasn't
has.
she?
She has been in several of our shows. She's a part of our board, and she's in charge of the membership and video development, and she does an excellent job. So we're
So
very
YouTube,
happy.
Twin Beach Players, and probably a good idea to type in rumors too,
Yeah.
so you get that right away.
That'll get it.
I think it's on your Facebook page as well.
Yes, it's on the Facebook
So you have
page.
plenty of opportunities to see this video. Check it out. It's very cool. You will love it. Go to see rumors on
Please.
behalf of my guest Sid Curl, Amy Prieto, which I said
good.
correctly this time, Rick Thompson. I'm James Lepore. I want to thank you for watching once again The Buzz. I will be back next week with an all-new episode. Thanks to my sponsor, Birch Propane. You are watching The Buzz. Propane heat is efficient, versatile, and environmentally friendly. Call Birch Propane today to learn more about this economical heating solution. Our certified service technicians can answer any questions you may have and show you the most efficient and effective way to heat your home. Propane also fuels many home appliances, such as stoves, ovens, dryers, even hot water heaters. See our website and learn more or call us today, 301-373-2131. Birch Propane, building a greener future.